What's up, my friends? Jonah Schwickert here, and welcome to this lesson. In the next few minutes, you're gonna be learning your first ever Boogie Woogie piano groove. Even if you're a complete beginner, or if you're 80 years old, if you've never seen a piano before, we're gonna do this step by step for any age or level. Not much theory, just music. We're gonna do this in 2 steps. Left hand engine first, and then right hand melody on top. Let's jump into step number 1. So for step number 1, we're going to learn a bass line. This is the engine that drives Boogie Woogie. We only really need 2 notes, and I'm gonna show you those now. We have the 5th finger, that's the pinky, on the C key down here. We have the thumb on the G key up here, and we're gonna alternate the thumb to the G, A, G, A, G, A. But we're not doing this together, we're splitting it up. So we're going C, G, C, A, C, G, C, A, C, G, C, A, C, G, C, A, C, G. So it's almost like that C key at the bottom is like a spring. It's always in between, right? It always gives you the momentum to shoot up to the G, and then the A. Drop back into the C, go up to the G. Back into the C, up to the A. Right? You're dropping in here, ba-dum, ba-dum. And that's also the rhythm that I want you to copy exactly. We're not playing straight. We're playing short, long, da-dum, ba-dum. It's very important to get that groove that we know and love from Boogie Woogie. So, just copy me here, okay? Practice this for a minute in your own time, and then you're gonna have your bass line already done. Don't overcomplicate it, just listen and repeat. Fantastic job. One more step. We're gonna follow the 12-bar blues progression, which is the harmony of music that Boogie Woogie and blues music follows. That means we're gonna play our bass line 4 bars on C. All that means is we're counting to 4 times. 1 bar is 4 beats. Goes like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. First bar. Second bar. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. That's it. That's 4 bars, right? So we got C done. If you can see here, it's C 4 times. Now we move our same bass line, not from C, which is this note, we move it up to F, which is this note. And we're not thinking about what notes are different because we're just transferring our rhythm and hand shape up, right? From C up to F. And then we play the same shape and rhythm from here, but the notes are different. Okay, we do this for 2 bars. And 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Back to C for 2 bars. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Good job. Now up to G for 1 bar. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Back down to F for 1 bar. And 2 and 3 and 4. And back down to C for the last 2 bars. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Good job. That is the 12-bar blues progression. Now I want you to practice the bass line following that progression in a slow tempo so that you can memorize it and ingrain it in your fingers, because this is what we will need to follow while we're playing the right hand in step number 2. Let's do it together one time. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 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 2 and 3 and 4 up to F and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 back down to C 4 up to G, and 2 and 3, down to F, and 2 down to C. Nice. That's it. Congratulations. Step 1 is done. Practice that for a little bit with the video running so you can just loop it with me. That's your homework for now, okay? Or if you're eager, we're gonna jump right into step number 2 and learn our awesome sounding riff. This is gonna be what sounds so cool right away, because I'm gonna show you one of the most amazing riffs that exist out there. Oh, and by the way, if you want this 12-bar blues progression and 29 more pages of Boogie Woogie fun, I have a free cheat sheet for beginners, the ultimate Boogie Woogie cheat sheet. You can go into the description of this video, click the second link, download it, print it out, stick it on your piano. It's plug and play. You're gonna have a much easier time going forward and learning this, because then you have visual help. You have everything you need to just copy paste, basically, right? So download that cheat sheet before moving forward, so that we can work together better. So we're gonna start with E flat and G, okay? That's our first position here. The second position is gonna be E and G, using the same finger. So second finger on E flat and second finger also on the E. So we're gonna keep that G pressed and just slide our second finger down. Okay, after that, we're gonna play a C alone. We're gonna go up to F and A, and then we play again the E flat and G, slide down to E, and play an F and A to finish. And that is our riff, okay? So remember, use the same finger for the E flat and E. Very common to do this. It's called a slide. Now, if you really inspect what we're doing here, we have one shape, which is this hand shape that isn't moving. And within this shape, we have 4 positions. Position number 1 is the C. Position number 2 is the E flat and G. Position number 3 is the E and G. And position number 4 is the F and A. And this is how you should learn Boogie Woogie. Not by thinking about a bunch of notes, but rather just looking at the positions within one riff shape that I'm teaching you. So for example, you see I'm not moving my hand. But I have 4 positions that I can play around with and work with. Now the exact way that we're going to use these positions is how I just showed you. Starting with the E flat G, dropping down, C at the bottom, F and A, E flat G, E, and then F and A. Now you can hold the G key down, or you can strike it again when you're dropping down here. That's up to you. But this is the riff. Very, very good. So just loop it a bunch of times in this rhythm. Okay? Once you did this, we're gonna play both hands together, because this is already it. We're not changing this riff for F or G for now. We're just keeping it the same, so you can get started right away. Now this is the hardest part. This is where every beginner student gives up, thinks that they're untalented, thinks that they just don't have what it takes, thinks they should have started as a child. But all of this is BS, okay? Because you just need the right step-by-step exercises, the right approach to get your way into the act of playing both hands together. And most students, also most teachers, teach too much at once, where it's almost impossible to play both hands together, because there's too much new stuff that you're thinking about as a new beginner student. So if you've failed before with both hands together, you're not alone, right? I've taught thousands of students Boogie Woogie piano in my program, and this is always the #1 biggest challenge we tackle in the beginning and overcome quick. So we're starting actually with an upbeat, so from the bar before, so to say. So if we're coming from one bar before, we would go and then beat 1 is the E and G and the G in the left hand. So we got and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And then we just follow the 12-bar blues progression. Third bar. And 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 up to F. And 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 down to C. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and up to G. And 2 and 3 and down to F. Back down to C. Now that is your goal to reach. That's not how you should be able to play it right now, because that will take a bit of practicing, a bit of hand independence, going very slow. And also here's the two things I want to give you, how to reach this level of being able to play it together and then gradually increasing the tempo until you sound like this, right? That's the goal, you know, that's how you want to sound like. That's what, imagine playing that for your friends and family and watching their jaws drop, right? Now, how do you reach that level? Two things. Firstly, practicing smart and hard, okay? So, of course, this is always going to be a hard thing to learn, like music, piano, and it's not, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, and it's not going to be the easiest journey of your life, right? But that's why we're here, to learn. You know, what else are we going to do? So practicing smart means that you're going to isolate each thing individually. So instead of forcing yourself to play both hands together right away, right now, what you're going to do is you're going to spend more time playing each hand separately. So just every day, 5 minutes, that's it, that's all you need. Just looping your riff boringly, right? Because what you need is more mind-muscle memory kicking in before you can play both hands together, right? Also, playing your bass line solo through the 12-bar blues progression, okay? That's also something you should do every day before combining. And then, once you're ready, you combine very, very, very slow. You have the video open, you see exactly how I'm doing it, you rewind a small section and you slow the video down. YouTube has that function, you know, make use of it, slow it down and just copy me exactly. And if you miss something, you rewind and you go back, you check again, right? And at some point it's gonna click and then you won't need the YouTube lesson anymore, but just come back to it and watch it and work with it. So that's the first thing, like isolating your independent things that you're layering on top of each other before actually layering them on top of each other. And now the second thing is building hand independence. So if playing both hands together feels impossible for you, if you just completely get thrown out of it by the rhythm or even just a little bit, you need hand independence. It's the problem I mentioned earlier, which everyone skips and then they get frustrated and they wonder where they went wrong. Well, it's because you didn't start with the hand independence in the right order, you know, building it from the ground up, because playing together that's not from the ground up, you know, that there's a lot of steps before that were missing. And so to build that hand independence, I've created a course. It's a free course, my gift to you. It's 5 days. It's a challenge. From day 0 to 5, you're gonna build hand independence plus a Boogie Woogie bass line the right way, okay? Which is the foundation of Boogie Woogie. And trust me, doing it this way will save you years of your learning time or months of your learning time of trying to force your way through just with random lessons on YouTube here and there, right? So even if you're advanced, take the course. It's free. It's 5 days. Every day you get one unique, specially selected exercise from me by email. So I send you on day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, and day 5. one exercise. They're only 5 minutes long, okay? And these exercises build your hand independence in the right order. And then after the 5-day Hand of God course, you can come back to this lesson and you can see how much better both hands are working together so that you can play your boogie woogie groove how you want. So sign up to that, that's your next step. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Make sure to rewatch it. This is a journey that should be cherished, not rushed. And I can't wait to hear you and see you boogie with this awesome groove that we just learned today. If you want to learn other things, I have a lot of free lessons on YouTube, like endings, more advanced riffs and stuff, other bass lines. So check those out as well. And then I'll see you in those. But most importantly, I'll see you in the 5-day Hand of God course, because that should be your next step as a beginner or even as an advanced student looking to build the right foundations. I'll see you there. Thanks for watching. Happy practicing. Let's keep the boogie alive.